Great pleasure to be with you today on Rampage Pro Wrestling with the 2011 Tag Team of the Year for the state of Georgia, as voted for by Georgia Wrestling History. These guys, well known all over the state, and everywhere they go, they're making an impact, and now they're at Rampage Pro Wrestling. I'm talking about the Washington Bullets. We got John and Trey Williams. They are brothers. And guys, such a thrill to have you here. I want to learn all about you. I know the fans are curious. I know the names are out there. First question is, what brought you to Rampage Pro Wrestling? You've been all over the state. You won these great honors. Why are you here?
Well, basically, we came to Rampage because right now, as far as Georgia goes, we've proven that we are the best tag team. But we have not proven that to the Rampage audience. And when you see teams like Hot Like Lava, Cash Vault, The Usual Suspects, yeah, they're great, but they haven't faced the Washington Bullets. And right now, what we're aiming to do is prove to the Rampage audience and prove to all of Georgia and the rest of the world that the Washington Bullets are the team to watch.
And we look forward to watching the Washington Bullets. And Trey, tell us a little bit of background. Where are you from, and what was your inspiration getting into wrestling? I know we were all wrestling fans. Who did you like when you were watching wrestling?
When I was coming up, I really liked Bret Hart a lot. He was a real fighter. He scrapped. He did his thing technically in the ring. I also really loved Thunderbolt Patterson. I actually got to meet him this year for the first time. Yeah.
Yes.
So that was a big thing for me. And we just like watching the old tag teams, the Rockers, the Midnight Express, the Four Horsemen. Now, we're from Washington, D.C., as you know. We love the Washington, D.C. That's why we're the Washington Bullets.
All right. And how long have you been in the wrestling profession?
We've been wrestling for around 4 years now, and even though we don't have the most experience of anybody in this locker room, what I will say is this: we have the heart, the drive, the speed, and we have the teamwork and the chemistry. We've been brothers our entire lives. So our teamwork has been going on for over 20 years, our entire life.
There's an old quotation that goes, teamwork makes the dream work. And I know
Yes,
your
sir.
dream right now is obviously being the best you can be in every promotion, and you can't complete that without doing it in Rampage Pro Wrestling. Continuing to talk, let's talk some more about some of the other wrestlers in Rampage Pro Wrestling. Do you know Kyle Matthews? Are you familiar with some of the guys that may be on your side that you may be working with in the future?
Yes. We've actually worked with a lot of the Rampage locker room. Kyle, a pleasure. Please, a pleasure. Frankie, Chip Day.
Yeah, well, Chip Day's over there with Jimmy Rave now, so you have to watch him.
Yeah. Even though he is corrupted,
You know what's underneath, right?
he is a great wrestler. And that's why we're here at Rampage.
Another very important facet, especially here at Rampage Pro Wrestling, we are fan-friendly.
Yeah.
Do you take the time with the fans? What can the fans expect when the matches are over from the Washington Bullets?
Definitely. We love showing love to any of our fans. Anybody who shows love for the Washington Bullets, we're going to show love back. We think that the fans are the biggest reason that any of us are here right now, because if they didn't purchase a ticket, that they didn't buy a DVD, they didn't buy a shirt, nobody would really exist within Rampage or any other wrestling promotion. And those people are the people that we affect the most. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. I was a fan at one point. I love wrestling, and I love making fans out of other people. So we love the fans, and we will always cherish them, and we'll always shake hands, kiss babies, hug people, and do all that.
And I have seen these guys in action more than once, and you are in for a real treat if you've never seen the Washington Bullets, not only here on television, but seeing these guys live. They are electricity in the ring, and they have some teamwork that you won't see in a lot of tag teams. And I know your work's cut out for you, because you've already talked about Rob Adonis, and you talked about Bobby Moore, you talked about The Usual Suspects, so I don't have to tell you that you have a big challenge ahead of you.
Yes, sir.
But I believe that determination that you have may take you a long way.
Yes, sir. All we come to do is be the best tag team in the world. And whoever we have to go through to get there, we will do that. We are the Washington Bullets. I'm Trey. This is my brother. And all we want to do is progress in this business and be the best that we can be.
We've got John and Trey Williams, the Washington Bullets. Now they are here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. Get ready. Buckle your seatbelts. The Washington Bullets are the team to watch.